Wegman Companies is a real estate development company started in 1971 when my father came back from a trip in Columbus, Ohio, where my mother's side of the family is. And he visited a assisted living home in Columbus, Ohio. And he came back to New York and he said, you know what, I want to develop an assisted living proprietary home that is different than skilled nursing. And that's when he developed and built his first assisted living home on Long Pond Road, West Side Manor, Rochester.
I don't think you can have a conversation about the evolution of healthcare in the region without talking about Phil Wegman and without talking about the impact he and Wegman Companies has had on the healthcare landscape. That first West Side Manor has been parlayed into more than 2,500 assisted living units built throughout the Northeast and the Midwest, and the manner in which those were developed, the environment that he created, has really been a model that others have looked at and replicated throughout the industry, throughout the country.
The company evolved and is still evolving through Phil's vision. Phil's a developer at heart, and he has the ability to see potential in raw land or underdeveloped projects. His integrity, for one, makes him successful. For me, I learned very quickly through Phil that as I represent Wegman Companies with various municipalities and landowners, that if you are open, honest, take the high road, you can't go wrong.
Phil has always been a very steady presence, a steady hand, and is always taking the long view, looking around the bend in the road, and is well equipped to deal with those challenges.
When there was a housing crisis in 2008, when most recently COVID, and these were some real downtimes for our industry, and the fact that we were able to maintain our position in the industry, especially senior housing, when senior housing really took a downturn. Under my father's leadership, we're able to navigate and ride through the storm, and where we are today is just as successful as he has been in his entire career. But post-COVID has been really, a time where he stepped up and he showed us that, perseverance and making sure you stay, true to your colors, and making sure you can be involved even though you're in a downturn, and knowing that there's going to be upside and there's going to be better times ahead. And he was very positive and reassuring in that message to my brothers and sisters and I, who are all very active in the business. And that reassurance really kept us believing that we were going to come out of, some of these downturns, and he has been accurate to date.
Phil is a very low-profile individual, but if you look throughout the community, you'll see his fingerprints everywhere, whether it is the United Way, Rochester Regional Health, the University of Rochester, Aquinas Institute, St. Lawrence Parish, where he is a dedicated parishioner. Phil is very generous, but he's very generous in a quiet way. Rarely is he presented with a need that he's not ready to roll up his sleeves and really help out.
Phil would rather see a quality project and something that and is the end result he's proud of, and he'd rather see that than something less that may maximize a return.
Phil is an excellent choice for the Rochester Business Hall of Fame. When I think about someone who is a pioneer in expanding the options for people, for seniors as they grow older, in assisted living, in memory care, I think of Phil Wegman. And not only was he a pioneer, but he provided an example to the industry of how to create a physical environment and a caring staff that really enriched people's lives as they aged.